Hello everyone, it's Omae and welcome back to the brand new video. Today I wanted to go through an only Loki team for the new Blitz battle, and this team is special because we are using wave clear on both stage 1 and 2 to make your run as smooth as possible and also as quick as possible. So of course we're using VIVI as a friend captain. The main idea here is that we're not using NAMI, and she does make a massive impact on the boosted list. She's the only unit that will make those strength orbs on stage 4 beneficial for the team. There are a few ways we can get around this. For instance, if you go to your shipyard here, there's a very niche ship that you can use, the only ship in the game that is actually going to make strength orbs beneficial, that being Bazan Black. And this unit, this ship works really well with your quick units in VIVI and Loki. However, most people do not have it maxed, so my alternate solution is actually going to be time skip Luffy in his super evolved form. So this is one of the only units in the game that actually changes their support ability upon super evolving, so you might have to buy some of his skulls to actually get him super evolved here. But this is the legend. If you see him in your box, then you'll know who it is. So in his 6-star form, he doesn't make strength beneficial, but when you super evolve him, give him those skulls, he becomes this Luffy who makes strength orbs beneficial when a Straw Hat crew member uses their special. And we are using the new Sanji that was released as a free-to-play unit, who is available in the Rayleigh's Bazaar. And this Sanji, he's great for many reasons. For one, he provides a universal orb boost, so he will go well with Loki's attack boost. He's a former royalty unit, which is major. Like, this is probably one of the biggest changes that came with the former royalty or the former tag update, right? All Sanji units are now former royalty, and he is a Dex unit, so we can use him to get around the Dex orb barrier on stage 3 as well. He's just really solid unit here, right? He's doing a lot for the team, and you can get his copies very easily in the Rayleigh's Bazaar. Besides that, we are running the Bartolomeo support on our Robin to get around the paralysis orbs on the final stage. Even though Loki does remove the turns of paralysis in his captain effect, one very key detail is that Loki does not remove paralysis orbs. So this guy, and if you need to look at his unsuper evolved form to find him in your box, then it's this Bartolomeo, Strength Barto. This one has the exact same support effect as the super evolved form, so you don't have to worry about it. We're using your skulls there, but he's going to allow us to get around that on the Robin character. Now, when it comes to the Robin, make sure she is level limit break 5. Her copies can be obtained from the extra island quest at any point in the game. She's a very easy character to max out. But when it comes to Vivi as a friend captain, she's the only one that actually synergizes with the Loki out of the other 3 legends, right? So make sure you use her. And you do not need the Hakuba support on Reiju. It'll slightly improve your damage, but it is not necessary by any means. If you don't have the ship, you can use the regular Sunigo that reduces a turn of attack down as well. If not, you can find another attack down reducing support, such as Tashigi on your Zoro character. So there are options for you guys to use. So make sure you use 3x stamina, 3x rewards. I haven't explained this to you guys, but Blitz, the amount of points you get is based on what your drops are. And because 3x stamina triples your rewards, you also triple your points resultantly. So make sure you are using 3x stamina. It is worth it. Use your stamina meats. This is the main event where you would use your saved up stamina meats. So stage 1, we use Loki's EX Super. Those super effects are going to be amazing for our damage later on stage 5, and he also gives us wave clear. Since Zoro has a 1 orb, he changes everyone's slots into tandem and wave clears. Those tandem orbs are very important for stage 3, not only for giving us a full board of matching orbs, but against the Ganko variant here, she will have a tandem orb barrier. If you encounter Shamrock, he will have a Dex orb barrier, in which case Robin here is playing a crucial role in giving Sanji that Dex orb, right, to get past Shamrock's barrier. If you encounter Shamrock, then just tap on Sanji, a good strategy. strike to start off the chain and to get through the orb barrier, and then tap on one of your quick units to end off Shamrock. Against Ganko here, we don't have the type advantage, but it'll still be an easy kill with 2 taps, right? So use Loki's special. This is going to give us an attack boost, but most importantly, get around the weak attack boost that Ganko or Shamrock would have otherwise given us upon death, right? Instead of giving us that weak attack boost, they'll actually extend Loki's attack boost of 8x to the final stage. So very important to use Loki here, right? He'll also give us a territory on the field for 3 turns. Remember, territories do carry over between stages, and since stage 4 gives us an enemy territory, Loki actually nullifies that and keeps our territory on the field. So very important, Loki's territory nullification is actually coming in clutch here, right? But that's about it. Just tap on your Loki to get through the barrier, and then Zoro, you don't even have to hit a good strike or anything like that. He just kills like that. So stage 1 and stage 2 wave clear, and then stage 3 against Shamrock, it's 1 tap. Against a Ganko, it's 2 taps, right? So on stage 4 here, we get a full board of the strength orbs, which are not currently beneficial. We also get the special limit uses debuff, so make sure that you have Loki limit broken. You don't need to max out the limit special uses resistance potential ability. As long as it's level 1, which you obtain from limit breaking, it'll be good enough. Because even though we get 3 turns of the debuff, we can actually bear with the debuff. It's only a 2 special limiter, which we can deal with. We're only using Sanji's special here. So we don't care about that debuff, even if it's not fully removed yet. By the final stage, it will be gone. So no matter what your Loki is at, as long as you have him limit broken to limit break node 4 at least, he will get that debuff removed. Now, Sanji will give us the orb boost and buff Loki's attack boost a bit. And since the Luffy makes our strengths orb beneficial, we can ignore the orb damage reduction on Ganko. And like this, 1 tap kill. Very, very nice and quick. And then when we move on to the final stage, Loki is carrying here, removing the paralysis and converting it into cooldown for himself. We also get an attack boost from Loki's second activation of his special here, and then a bunch of buffs from our Reiju. VIVI actually isn't doing much on the team, if I'm being honest. On stage 3, she helped to remove the attack down. And by the way, it's very important that you have the Sanji or the Reiju on the team, so that we meet the 3 royalty tag requirement, so that VIVI reduces the attack down by 3 turns on stage 3. So if you don't have Reiju, it's fine. Sanji is enough to meet the requirement. And to replace Reiju, I recommend any character that will give you an orb boosting effect. Ideally, someone who is Dex and who gets boosted by both Vivi and Loki's captain effects. So just make it simple. Have it be a driven unit, a driven free spirit, or driven slasher unit. That would be the most ideal. Dex slasher driven or Dex free spirit driven. That'll give you the most damage here, because Reiju, she does give us a lot of damage boosting effects, but most of them aren't even going to be procced, right? It's a conditional boost, a color affinity, but we don't give the enemy poison or increased damage taken, so that conditional doesn't even get procced. And then the color affinity, we are dealing with type neutrality here, so color affinity does nothing. The main reason we have Reiju is for set target status and then her overrideable buffs, right? So we use Loki for his 8x attack boost and the advantageous class effect buff, which is very important. Now, Loki gives that advantageous class effect buff for our driven and free spirit units, but Shamrock is weak to striker units. So in actuality, that isn't really helping us whatsoever. We can use Vivi to make that a stackable attack boost, then use Reiju for a weak attack boost and orb boost, a chain multiplicative buff, and since we have both an attack and orb boost when using Vivi special, Reiju, she is going to give the enemy set target status for massive damage increase for our quick units. And then Hakuba will give us a 1.5x attack and all boost on our Reiju, which will go nicely with Loki's 7x stacked attack boost, right? We can also then use Vivi to give us a super tandem or with quick orbs and remove the enemy's damage reduction. And of course, Loki did replace the enemy territory, which is a 66% damage reduction. And now we have a massive damage from quick territory on the field. So start off your chain with your Sanji and your Robin, then activate Super Tandem on your Zoro, and then kill with Loki and Reiju. So we're just gonna hit good strikes. We don't really need to waste our time hitting perfects here. And then these guys will kill pretty nicely. I even hit a miss on Reiju and it's still killed. So yeah, definitely an overkill team. You don't need Hakuba. And I'm pretty sure if you have Zoro at a lower Super Tandem level than 5, or at least below 3, then he will have to hit with 1 extra character before the Super Tandem activates. But even if he doesn't activate that, the damage should be fine. You might have to hit all perfects though, right? And we are dealing with an 8x point boost, which is not bad whatsoever. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, ask them down below. Ask me if you need any specific combinations. Since I've done only Loki, I will also do a only Zoro and Luffy, only Vivi, and then I'll do a no new batch team without Nami either. So stay tuned for those. And then I also, after that, will do a Luffy and Zoro and Gaban only, and then only Vivi and Loki together, right? Because I know a lot of people pull them together. It makes a lot of sense since they work so well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Make sure to like, subscribe. On the road to 4K. And I'm out.